These are gonna look so good in the car.
Oh man. How's it going, guys? My name is Chase Farrow and welcome to my channel. And today I'm here with Tyler and we got the ProCharge Camaro. We got this box here from Corbeau because we're doing something that this car desperately needs. And yours does too. Because if you have a 5th gen Camaro and it doesn't have the Z21, ZL1 style seats, your seats suck and they need to be replaced. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, and they're really heavy. It's actually quite astonishing. Now real quick, the first thing I have to do is I need to get the Z06 out of here so Tyler can get the Camaro in and we'll get started. All right, let's get this box open and I want to see your reaction because you haven't seen these seats yet, correct?
Nope. I mean, I've seen pictures of them when I picked them out.
So what are the factory seats? You know, remember the weight on them?
50-ish. They're power on both sides, so they're 50 something each. Oh, the side impact airbags are in the seat. That's part of the reason it's so heavy.
You didn't need them.
Yeah. If I die, I die.
No, just don't crash.
Ha! Right?
Oh. We're already starting to see a little bit of the silhouette here.
Yes. We like that. We gotta be very careful with the box cutter.
Yeah, now is the time to be extremely careful. I would start with, yeah, let's start with these. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I know this is like the worst part about unwrapping seats. Like, this is what I was struggling with before because there's always one more piece of tape and you just really desperately want to
see the damn seats.
See the seats, yeah.
Oh. These are gonna look so good in the car.
Oh man. Dude, these look sick.
Yeah, this pattern was a good idea.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. So yeah, pro tip while he's finishing struggling with this, if you want to, like, one of the quickest ways that you can drop weight from a car, replace the seats, because I don't know why, but for some reason, factory seats are always like crazy heavy. One car that really shocked me was the Infiniti G37. The G37S's seats weigh like 70 some odd pounds a piece. It's ridiculous.
Damn, dude, these are gonna look so good.
Ah, dude.
That is so clean.
These look fantastic. Yeah, that stitching was a good idea, that pattern.
Yeah.
So now this is the RSB?
RRB.
RRB. So these are the Corbeau RRBs.
And they do recline. They're not fixed back like yours.
So yeah, that is actually one of the really cool things about these seats is that even though they look like they're fixed back, they actually aren't. They do recline. But they do still have the traditional pass-throughs that you would expect most fixed back racing seats to have. And man, do these look
so good.
Yeah, these
I
are
didn't even notice
fantastic.
the Corbeau tag on that side.
These things are sick. So now that we got those unpacked, now it's time to get the Camaro in here so we can get them installed. Womp womp. Well, it's in the garage. Hold on, we're just gonna push you the rest of the way in. Stupid. There you go. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
All right, so now that we got the car in.
I promise I can drive stick.
Yeah, it's first time.
First time.
But technically this was your first manual car.
This was my first manual car,
so,
that's true.
Tyler, I'm gonna have you go ahead and start unbolting, like getting the seats released. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start putting the seat brackets on the new Corbeaus. So after kind of fighting with it a little bit, we did exactly what you've probably done that's led you here, and we YouTubed it. It looks like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to stick a flathead down in here. And then this piece slides out. It's supposed to. It's not really sliding very well, but in theory.
Once you get it loose, you should be able to yank it.
Like the whole, oh, like.
No, yank the.
Oh, yank, like.
It's got to come pretty far out.
Dang.
So after messing with it a little bit more, what I discovered is this, there's two pieces to this clip, and the bottom one didn't come out with the top one for some reason. So I had to, they kind of came apart. It's supposed to be clipped together and they weren't.
You figured it out because I rage quit.
Yeah, exactly. So this should be all the way out now, and yep, the clip comes right off. Chase is over there, unbolting the other seat. So let's see how this goes from here. Fire it up for me.
Yeah, it's going.
No, I meant the vacuum.
Oh. All right, so we got the base on the driver's seat. And Tyler, why don't you have a seat in? Have a seat on there.
Have a sit.
See how it feels.
It's like it's holding me and just telling me everything's going to be okay.
And it's a good height. Dude, these things look fantastic. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and toss this one in the car. We are kind of running relatively low on daylight, so we're gonna get this in and we're gonna take this thing out for a drive and see how these seats really feel. Are you excited?
I'm pumped, dude.
2 hours later.
All right, so we definitely lost some time here because we ended up having to make a run to the hardware store because the seatbelt bracket, the receptacle, or the threads for the seatbelt receptacle on the Corbeau bracket is actually not the same size as the factory. As you can see, they're not even the same thread pitch or anything. So yeah, we ended up having to run to Lowe's. Fortunately, Lowe's ended up having it. So what did we end up landing on? 7/16?
7/16 by
20. And this bolt is probably a little long. What I'm thinking we might do is we might run it in the opposite way through the bracket. And I think it should work. We got a couple of washers and we went ahead and got a nut anyway just to be safe. So it'll be definitely secure on there. So we are gonna have to figure out how to get these locking washers off of here. But then this should just come right out and we should be able to make that work. So we're gonna get that thrown on and make this happen. All right, now if you saw the install of my Corbeau Evos in the Z06, then you know the trick to getting these type of fixed back seats that don't recline forward in here. But if you didn't, you're about to find out. So the trick is come in back first, like this, and then it'll just set right down. Now this car is a lot easier because like there isn't so much of a space issue. Like it's definitely not as narrow as the Corvette, but this yeah, this fits nicely. So that's that. All right, so we got both the seats in. We kind of ran out of daylight, so what we're gonna do is I think we're going to come back like tomorrow or the day after and we'll do kind of like a first drive and impressions, stuff like that. And then I'll be sure to get some shots and like some really nice shots of the seats in there when there's actually daylight, but they do look really good. One of the things I do like about these is the fact that it does, I mean, they do recline despite having those side bolsters. I will say though, you're gonna get relatively quickly, you're gonna get pretty tired of of getting in and out of it, but it's not your daily, so you know, it's all right.
Yeah, such is life.
Yep. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll skip to tomorrow and we'll do the drive, first impressions, all that stuff. I'll get nice beauty shots of it when there's daylight. So let's skip to that.
guys, so it's a few days later. Sadly, we didn't get a chance to film before now, but it's actually kind of a good thing because it's given me a chance to really get a feel for what the seats are like in the car. It's kind of hard to go off just first impressions. I've probably got several hundred miles sitting in these seats now, so let's go for a drive and tell you how I like them. Alright, so first big thing that we need to talk about is the change in seating position. Big change in this seat is that you are sitting considerably lower than factory, and I mean considerably. Now, that's a good thing in the sense that I use this as a race car from time to time because it means that I can have plenty of clearance for my helmet. However, if you have a 5th gen Camaro and you already struggle with kind of seeing over the front of the car, judging where the front of the car is because maybe you're a little shorter than I am or something of that nature, this will make that more difficult. The second thing that I'd like to discuss is comfort. This seat is honestly considerably more comfortable than the factory seat. You would think that being a pseudo fixed back seat, because it technically reclines, it wouldn't be that comfortable. It's actually incredibly comfortable. So that kind of nicely leads me into my third point, in that between the seats and the coilovers, but especially with these seats, when you're going around a corner, you can feel the lateral G's like you would at any other time, but your upper body's not moving with the car back and forth. And that's very confidence inspiring because you feel planted in the seat, and because of the coilovers, the car feels planted to the ground. Now, that could lead to some overconfidence in taking corners too fast and losing the tires, but as long as you understand the limits of your tires, you'll be perfectly fine. While we're on the topic of bolsters, Corbeau advertises that this seat fits up to a 38-inch waist. I don't think that's true. You might be able to squeeze in with a 38-inch waist, but I'm a 32. My dad tested the seat, he's a 34, and it's tight even on us. I honestly think that if you're over, say, a 35, 36, I don't think you would be very comfortable in this seat. I don't think it would fit you very well. Now, I do intend to put a back cage and harnesses in this car. That said, if you're going to be doing this style of seat in your car, I would highly recommend that you put in harnesses at the same time, or at least plan to, because the seatbelt kind of rubs on the back of the bolster up top here, as well as the seatbelt receptacle is really tight in between the seat and the transmission tunnel, and I'm worried that that could cause damage to the seat. So I'm trying to be extremely careful. I have some rags kind of stuck between the seat and the buckle, so I don't have to worry about it as much. But ultimately, this car's getting harnesses, and I would recommend that if you're doing this style seat, that you would put harnesses in the car. So to kind of wrap things up here, kind of my final thoughts, it's amazing, right? It makes you feel so much more grounded to the car, makes you similar to a motorcycle, like you are moving with the car, not the car moving independently of you. The upsides are great. It's so much more comfortable, all of that, and the downsides are so minimal. So if you have, $1,000 to $1,200 laying around that you want to spend on a mod that not only makes the car more enjoyable to drive, but makes you feel more connected to the car, this is exactly the type of thing you should do. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there. We've got a number of fun things coming up. I've got tow hooks and side splitters that are gonna be going on the Corvette, as well as a new steering wheel. I'm really excited for that. More track prep for both the Corvette and the Camaro, getting it ready for LS Fest and some more events later this year. But that's gonna be it for this video. So drive safe, throw your car batteries in the ocean. I'll see you guys later.